Hello, this is Brian again. Yeah, I decided I had to make another clip update. Well, I'm still on Wright Mountain. Haven't left it yet. I'm trying to scout out the area a little bit because there's a small peak with very little prominence, but I believe it's over here. Down there, I believe is peak 8027. I think is what that is over there. There's a small connecting ridge to get over there, but it means from here about 500 feet of down climbing, which will have to be regained on the way back, and I'm not sure how feasible it is, but I'm pretty sure there have been records of people climbing it on peakbagger.com. You can kind of see the peak from the use trail when you're coming up, and you see the big old slide coming around, and there's another piece of the slide over here too. This is on the other side. It's kind of hard to see, but there's another landslide over there too. This is further down. I think that's peak 8027. There's another peak over there. That could be, I think that might be it over there. I'm not sure. One of these is probably 8027, but I think it's near the slide, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure about that. But there's a small, not very prominent peak. It could be it over there. I'm not sure. So there are different ways of getting around here. Actually, I don't think... Yeah, no. I'm not sure if it's that one, right here in the foreground, or that one over there. But there's a little peak. I'll have to do some research on that. Just had to do a little update on that. So I'm here hanging out on the summit, kind of just exploring other parts of the summit I haven't really taken the time to visit yet. But I think that could be it there. I'm not sure. When I look it up, I'll have to look it up on Google Earth or Google Maps, and on the topo maps as well, and cross-reference the two. Then I'll have a better idea of which one it actually is. But here's a piece of that slide again. The other part of the slide. I think it's part of the same one, I believe. It's very precipitous, very steep over here. And then there's Lone Pine Canyon Road. That's the way I drove up from Interstate 15. You come up from Interstate 15. I came north on 15 from, come up from the 91. Since I'm live in North Orange County, take the 91 east, 15 north. And you can see the 15 north over here, cutting through Cajon Valley. And you can see where the 15 kind of splits off. Northbound goes that way, southbound's coming towards us. And then you can see the San Bernardino National Forest over there, or the other parts of the San Bernardino National Forest. The San Bernardino Mountains over there, and of course this portion of the San Bernardino National Forest, which is the eastern San Gabriel Mountains. You can see the Sheep Creek Wash down there. So if you want views, you just need to go towards the end of the summit plateau before it starts sliding down all crazy like that. So you will get some views, mostly on the east and north side of the mountain. And then we got Swarthout Valley, and which becomes known as, I guess, Lone Pine Canyon. And you can see Lone Pine Canyon Road at about 5,000 feet, about 5,500 feet elevation there before it curves and hits the Jeffrey Pines. And then very soon, you're at 6,000 feet, and then you're going through Wrightwood. So, and then there's a part of Lone Pine Canyon Road before you hit Sheep Creek Road, and then Sheep Creek Road, that's right before Sheep Creek Road, and you go to Angeles Crest Highway that way if you're coming up from Lone Pine Canyon Road. So here in the foreground, we got Circle Mountain right here. It's about 6,880 feet to 6,920 feet. It's one of those 40-foot closed contour elevations. So it's about 6,900 feet. And then here, this small satellite summit is peak 6460, and Haven't done that one yet. Doesn't have a lot of prominence because it's a piece of the ridge that leads up to Circle Mountain. But I do have a video set of Circle Mountain, so go check that out if you are interested in that. I actually hiked up that way. There's a use trail / fire break that goes up to the summit of Circle Mountain there. That was badly damaged in recent decades fires, partially in this 2016 Blue Cut fire, which burnt really close to the community of Wrightwood. I mean, really close. Burned a lot of old Joshua tree stands lower down there. And then there's Angeles Crest Highway as it snakes its way to meet up with the 138 over there, approximately there. It's called Mountaintop Junction. And then 138 goes along this way on the other side of Circle Mountain, and it meets up with the Interstate 15. And then we got part, I believe that's part right there. This is part of where the San Andreas Fault, I believe, comes through. I believe it comes through right here, Swarthout Valley, the San Andreas Fault. It goes up, or near this area. So we're right near the San Andreas Fault. So that's why we got some interesting shaped mountains. And then we got a nice little ridge line on the other side, over by where the 138 is. There are a couple of small peak bagger summits over there. There's one where there's a little, I think, a Forest Service radio tower. That's at Mountaintop Junction. You'll see that peak right in front at the junction of 2 and 138. Then along that ridge line, there's a small peak called Phelan Benchmark. It's one of these little peaks here along that ridge. Not here, this is Circle Mountain, but the ridge behind it, the lighter, slightly lighter colored one here that I'm pointing out. There's a little benchmark called Phelan Benchmark over there. I haven't been there yet. It's probably not going to be the good time of year to do it unless you do it super early in the morning, because it gets pretty hot over there. And that peak is like 5,191 feet, so you're pretty low. Expect some pretty hot weather over there to do a spring and late spring and summer hike. But then you got Victor Valley sprawling out over here. That's looking over towards Hesperia and Victorville, Apple Valley. Phelan is around here somewhere. And then you got other places, I think Helendale or some other communities over out that way as well. And then over towards that way is Lake Los Angeles, Palmdale, Lancaster. And of course we got the beautiful San Bernardino Mountains. I can see it looks like I can see Sugarloaf Mountain, Grinnell Mountain, I can see San Gorgonio, and I can see the San Bernardino Peak Divide and Yucaipa Ridge. It's just, you get some pretty good perspectives, and I can see over down near Mormon Rocks where the 138 and 15 meet up. Those weird, crazy tilted rocks. So one of these days, I want to get up to a connector ridge that's a part of the Blue Ridge system. From this side, if you go up Lone Pine Canyon Road, you go up to about 5,300 feet in elevation. There's actually a fire break, real steep fire break that goes up the slope, and it'll take you up to a small summit, peak 7750. It's not even really on the topo maps. It's not even on the topo maps. I listed as a peak elevation there, but I've seen the peak and looked at it, and it's about 7,750 feet. You might be able to get to 8027 that way. I want to say that might be 8027. If not, it'll be the other one. I'll have to really look that up, to be honest with you. If it's this one, it looks like it might be easier to get to. This one's going to be probably class 2 minimum. But I just wanted to get in some perspectives on this beautiful area. Another reason why I like the area is you may not have 360 views up here on Wright Mountain, but you sure as heck get some good views. Just be careful where you walk. You just be very careful. Don't go any closer. You can look at the beautiful town of Wrightwood, Angeles Crest Highway. That's a part of Wrightwood there, and the other part of the main part of Wrightwood is actually over on this side here, on the other side of Wright Mountain. And And you can get good views at Wright Mountain from down there too. And you can see the big slide up there. So that's probably washed out pretty nicely down into Sheep Creek right down there. So pretty interesting, I gotta say. Topography here, I find it very fascinating. The mountains, peaks, canyons, ridges, and valleys. I find that all just as entertaining as I do the flora and fauna up here. And it's kind of hard to see, but I believe I can see all the way. I guess it looks like I can see the Ord Mountains over there. Ord and East Ord, I think those are. It's a little hazy. It's very hazy out there in the desert today, so it's kind of hard to get a really good 100% positive identification, but I believe that's Ord, and I believe that's East Ord Mountain over there. And I think I can see Rodman Mountain even further off in the haze. And those are out in the Johnson/Lucerne Valley areas. But I think what I'm going to do is I was going to consider trying to make a trek to Peak 8027, but I have to look better at the map to make sure I know which one of these is it. I'm kind of hoping it's that one over there. It's a little bit longer of a walk, but I don't know if it'll be quite as intimidating, because going down that looks pretty gnarly. But it looks like it's close to about 500 feet lower than us, so it could be. Well, I don't know if there'll be any more clips after this. I think this will be it. I'm just going to be going along the PCT on the way back. If I do any other videos, there'll be separate video sets, probably maybe about the plants or animals of the area. But thanks for watching. This will do it for my Wright Mountain hike. I'm just going to go back the same way. So enjoy. Hope you enjoyed watching this. Check out some of my other videos, and hope to see you out on the trail one day. Beautiful out here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next adventure.